Okay. I'm live, even though it's still saying, "Oh, you're live," and it's all grayed out. I'm figuring this out today. I'm just doing it on YouTube first because I didn't know why last time I sounded so tinny, and that's because I had my Bluetooth speaker on, so it was going through that. I didn't realize it was going to record that way. Oh, and this is mirrored, right? So which? Oh my gosh, I got to figure out which way I'm doing my hair. Um, anyway, so today I just thought I would shoot the shit a little bit. I did so one of the readings that I did today, I don't know, I think I'm done for the day. It was very interesting and I realized that not everybody knows exactly what I do and I don't always know what I'm going to do. So I thought that this would be a good day just to do like a little explanation of what goes on in the mind of Kiki. No, it's not in my mind. I mean, it is in your mind. All this kind of work, involves your mind. My gosh, I'm just rambling about, I don't know. Well, whatever. This is how I do it, right? I always wing it, fly by the seat of my pants. So, so when I do a reading, sometimes it's just channeling the animal, and then sometimes it involves doing some type of healing modality, whether it's Reiki, shamanic Reiki, any type of shamanism, which I have been recently furthering my studies with that. So I'm very excited about it. Um, so there's times when, I'll just go to do a healing and it'll end up like turning into a reading. And all that I wanted to be able to explain was um, my readings, my pet readings, when I channel an animal, there will be, nuances of the animal, the owner, what goes on around the house. Not much of that kind of thing. It's not, and I know I've said this before, they're not telling me like, oh, I just want a new red ball. There's almost always a karmic lesson, and it is not necessarily for the owner themselves or the current owner because pets also come from lots of different places. And so there are, histories that we don't really know about. Um, Sometimes I'll get a big history on what's like happening within that family from whoever it is that asked me to do a reading. And that can be, really cool. But the overall message, no matter what happens, whether there is things that may be uncomfortable for the animal or for the person, or just emotionally, it doesn't have to be physically uncomfortable, it could be emotionally uncomfortable. What they have all said time and time again, over and over, all of these animals, all the, whether they're pets or wild animals, there has been the overall message of it's all for a time. And I know I've said this before, and I'll probably bring it up a little bit in every video because who knows what you're listening to if you even got past the first 30 seconds. Those insights, oh, they're just wonderful. It's like not reading comments, when people have lots of comments and everyone says, don't read them. Yeah, don't read your insights. Everybody watched it for 3 seconds and it's like, a 5 minute thingy. But anyway, the main gist is that no matter what these animals, and I believe it with people as well, right? So when somebody has a really traumatic death or some traumatic event, something physically that happens to them, a lot of people, especially the ones that have had like a near death experience, they say things like, well, I saw my body like was rising, above the surgery table or above the scene of whatever was going on. And I looked down and I saw it happening. I wasn't feeling it. I was aware of it because I was watching it, but I wasn't experiencing it physically nor emotionally to a point. Some people will say, oh my gosh, I did get a little emotional, but that's seeing it happen, but they weren't feeling their own emotions inside of their body, experiencing those physical things. And so with animals, it is quite often, well, it is the same thing. And they do come down to help us with our karma. But as I was reminded today by someone's animal, they also have some of their own karma to work on. It's not like ours necessarily, but they do have things that they come down that they're trying to work out for themselves. So if they I'll have to dig in a little deeper, but with people like you come down with A, B, and C for your karma. And then if you don't get any of that accomplished, if you're still just jerking around, then the next time you come down, you've got, D, E, F plus the A, B or ABC, maybe just A that you didn't do last time. And so you bring it down again this time. Plus, if you're an unsavory person, you could be, or even just being a thick-headed, You know what I mean? You could be accruing bad karma the whole time that you're down here, or you could be accruing good karma. Like imagine yourself, you're pushing your little cart and you're going through the karma store and you're taking, we'll just say that there's black balls and white balls, and you're putting a lot of white balls in there and you're doing good things and it's all wonderful. But let's say that you're just being a jerky for, 5 years or whatever. And you're just like taking the black balls, you're just putting the dark karma in your, not whatever, dark, bad, unsavory karma. You're putting it in your cart. So you are the driver. You are in control. This is me pushing my cart or driving your bus, whatever the heck you want. But like I say to people, someone said to me a long time ago, "Who's driving your bus?" And I'm like, "Oh, makes a lot of sense." So you are walking through the karma store and you are deciding what's in your basket because you're the one putting it there. So think about it. It's a good concept. It puts all the responsibility on you. And I don't know. I've been working on it for a long time, obviously. But I'm getting there. So yeah, so the biggest thing too that the animals always say, even if they are going through some, less than fun circumstances, it's not right. It's not, it's a passing feeling. Um, and if somebody is learning a lesson because of it, whether it's an animal or a child or a love, family, whatever, if someone else is learning from it, then it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. And that could be anybody. It doesn't have to even be a person who's physically involved in that moment. It could be somebody who witnessed the altercation, whether or not they speak up. It could be, the first responders. It could be somebody who writes an article about it. Are they being kind and not dragging the family through, hell by rehashing it in an icky way? So anyhow, oh my gosh, it's 7 minutes. I'm looking at the time right now. I did not want to talk this long because I like these to be short so that people listen. That's all that I care about. Um, those damn insights about these things. Pay attention for more than 30 seconds. I promise you it's entertaining, even if you don't learn anything. To be educational is divine, but entertaining is fun. So whatever it is all about letting go of everything. And I love you guys. Talk to you soon.